There's a lot to be hype about because both of these teams have hyped us up throughout this entire tournament. 16 teams down to these two. And we're starting things off on Bind. No, you are not overhyped for this because this should be a great grand finals. Looking at the comps, pretty similar. We're just swapping a Phoenix for a Jets. And then everything else identical on both sides. We've got the Brim for the Mollies. We've got the Sova for the Darts. But an approach towards Bathroom, which we don't often see on this attacking pistol side, but they're still scouting over towards the left side of the map. Just to start things off, make sure there's no aggression coming out.
And they're going to run right into Tenz here, who's waiting from on the other side. I think Tenz has a... Yeah, it's a shorty. It's a shorty. It ain't a phantom. It's a shorty. But here we go now. And Tenz with 2 already, and then Vice is there to pick him up. Exactly what we were talking about before. When you have your teammates back like that, and it worked so well for Cloud9, they managed to secure themselves 3 kills out of the gate.
Still 2 players up, both of them who came down a short. They have U-Haul control, but Tenz is playing the close angle again, and he's got that shorty reloaded. 2 more bullets in that barrel. And Relyks on the flank, too. They've got them fully controlled. He's going to get up in this corner. A nice crossfire. One gets spotted, and he'll come around the corner and take out one. But Mitch finally trades him. Nice pistol round from C9. That was fantastic all around on all sides.
Just the Mitch going around the flank, and then Relyks hanging out that little cubby area on the shelf. So then Mitch backs away because, you know, he's just trying to pull this attention. Relyks is waiting for him right there. It's the trust that they are starting to have in one another. It becomes very scary when it's clicking like that. And, you know, it's just one round, so I'm not going to, you know, jump too much on it. But, hey, the little details that you kind of have to absorb when you talk about these teams.
And I do like the pistol round approach from Gen.G, but it just went right into Tenz's hand to get up on top of that box with the shorty. The idea was to do the typical 3 smoke, but come out dashing in from bathrooms rather than anything else. Now all saving, all going up the short A. And Shinobi might be able to discover them. He's going to back off with his Ares. Vice is in the site as well, but they pushed on the U-Haul with no smoke, so this is going to have to be a fight.
Yeah, and even with the Ares out, they still managed to get the kill. And as all that goes down, it's Mitch with 2. Cloud9 go up by 2 at the start here of our grand finals. Game number 1. No winner bracket rules or anything applied. This is a straight up best of 3. Whoever wants it more takes home the 6K, and so far, so good for C9.
Just like every game, and just like I said was the key for Cloud9, starting off strong. Obviously, it's only 2 rounds. We'll see how this gun round unfolds, but starting off with Tenz fragging and somebody else fragging will get this team to play around each other so well, and I love even what they did with the Ares there. He was on U-Haul. It was the Sova, and then he backs off into his teammates. Vice on the site. We'll be able to lock it down. Tenz this time, he pushed down B-Long. Last time, he's going to go with more of a standard approach as it is a gun round. Holding the sight down as Vice plays in this corner. One Sova again in U-Haul.
Tenz has that Marshall to just get some pot shots in there, right? Poke out, do some damage. You can shoot that substantially faster. You're not going to do the exact same damage as you would with an op, but it's good enough, though. Watch out, though, because Shinobi, he gets caught in lamps or U-Haul, whatever you want to call it, flavor of the month. Either way, though, Tenz now outside. They're just holding on. At least he's holding on to these weapons here with the Marshall and Shorty. So looking to upgrade this one. Get that Elder Flame Vandal. Now trying to cook with fire here. Actually a cheeky one-way they look to bring up. Here comes Mitch on the flank. I don't know if they hear it. Slow Orb's actually out, but it goes through the portal. That's not going to matter, though, for Effys. Effys gets 4. And Gen.G, when the guns are out. And they get the eco-res, too.
Maybe a little too confident from Cloud9 as they leave that site wide open as they get the smokes down on top of them. They give it up, let the spike come down and rely on the retake. Unfortunately, that's not going to work out. It's Effys with the 4K on the round, and they respond back after the pistol round and anti-eco loss. So, what's the plan now? They've gone very, very standard. 3 smokes down on the A truck. 2 rounds, 1 in pistol and 1 on the 3rd, and then also the last one was the eco round was just straight up a shorts. 4 players gathered here again. Relyks is there and he's got the orbital strike. Run it back, going to be activated and run all the way through U-Haul, but they split him up. All 3 have gotten through. Molly will keep him off of U-Haul, but they've got control.
Yeah, which means with that short A wall, they're going to be able to put this down. MkaeL's going to be outside in showers. Got a Guardian, though. Needs to be careful with that. Relyks is burning. Getting a little toasty inside of lamps. MkaeL still has not pushed out yet. Player 1 going to be playing right here by Cubby. Headshot onto Shinobi. Player 1 continuing to do the business now by Cubby. Another one as well. Why don't you just keep on coming in a straight line? Seems to be working out very well for Player 1. Mitch, though, doesn't want to be left out. For Cloud9, just trying to see if he can bring his teammates back into this battle. They don't have a lot of time to work with now, Balla. Time is going to be ticking.
He's already backed off. He had the operator. Tenz will join him too. 2 back-to-back strong rounds for Gen.G on this A bomb site. Last time it was Effys with the 4K. This time, player 1 will put down 3 in an instant on that approach. And they seem to maybe found a weakness or have studied something that gives them the inkling that they want to hit A and they want to hit it hard time and time again. Maybe it's the difference for Cloud9, kind of giving it up, kind of letting them come through this without any delay. Even though they have the Cypher who was playing A, now they switch him over to B, but it is going to be low eco. 2 players will have a gun though. Mitch with the op and Tenz with the Vandal. No, sorry, Phantom.
And I think though that C9 responded to that one well by bringing Relyks over to A site so that they could use orbital strike to then break off the attack. The problem was it didn't catch. They were already so far committed at that point that they couldn't get any benefit from that. Now the orbital strike here for Mitch, and Mitch is going to get tagged as he's making his way out of the Hellfire and Flames. Tenz has to be careful too. Cyber cages are going to be activated in front of showers. And Tenz hears him just going away. He's going to check this corner for due measure, but not find anyone. They're going to rotate to A to give him support. And look at this. Now that they've gotten everything that they wanted, they killed the op. They got another kill. They're just going to start making their way over toward B.
Yeah, this is a very, very good approach for Gen.G. They know there's 2 guns up. They've gotten 1. Now they're just going to back away. A full stack from Cloud9 on A site. There's going to be a dart thrown out as well to spots and get a little bit more information. Landing in hookah. They don't have to clear that out completely. Now they should be able to walk on site with a couple of smokes. But Cloud9 has recovered the 2 guns. They might decide to just straight up save them right away, give up the B site, and just go for the next round. But money should be high for them.
Well, what's better than some money, Balla, is more money.
I like this. This means it's going to be tit for tat, man. This means that they're going to take everything that they can possibly take into every single round, right? You saw in a couple of other games, people kind of like throwing away a gun or whatever. But this is a good decision here. 5 still up would have been so difficult. They're still abusing this A side. Obviously, it was an eco round this time. They used the orbital strike directly on top of Mitch. Again, it seems to me that Gen.G might have done a lot of studying on how Cloud9 would play this, because it was kind of a predicted orbital strike straight onto the top of Mitch. Maybe they had information based on the Cypher or Dart or something, but regardless, it works out for them. They clean up that round, even though there was a little bit of risk based on the 2 guns that they had saved.
Gen.G have obtained the lead now, 3 straight for them. Once the guns started to come out, it's been all Gen.G thus far. Player 1 and Effys having some great starts. Mitch, as we had previously mentioned, always going to be that 3rd pillar, I feel, almost for this Cloud9 team with the way that he's been playing lately. Gonna get a poke around here for the shower. A couple looks over on A, see what you can get. A 3 stack over at B on the defense. No real effective ults online, but Tenz, if the Brimstone pokes this a little bit, which probably won't happen given that they're going to drone that out. Here comes the 3 smokes. Tenz gets smoked out now, so no chance for the angle, and actually takes some shots inside of it. Not not able to get the shot there. Tenz looking his best to stay alive, even through the commotion, manages to get a kill against MkaeL. No one checked inside of Lamps, though. Ice is still there. That's right. Now they know Vice is there. Common spot, obviously. GMD watching patiently to see if anyone comes through there, and we'll tap them.
Too long. Brim still has his molly. This is taking too long. Mitch will get the res on Tenz and bait out GMD, but there's going to be a molly down on site. It's so difficult to retake from this position. They even wall it off, though.
They got blocked off. Now they're just going to have to force their way through this. Effys, is he the hero? He's already picked up 3 kills. They're going to stick it, and Vice is there for the pickup. Huynh went to try and stop this one out, but they will get the defuse. It was looking a little dangerous there, but they gave Cloud9 a lot of time to operate with.
I thought that was a little too slow from Cloud9, but they ended up forcing out all the utility just in the nick of time. Obviously, 2 seconds left on that defuse, and we had a couple players just barely miss out on the shots that they needed to get. They tried as hard as they could to bring the defuser down, but it just was not quick enough.
And had GMD not been pulled in his attention to shower at that brief moment, he actually would have popped Vice instantly because he had that angle locked down, which led to him causing a sizable distraction on 2 players stacked in showers now. They don't want to give this one to them at all.
Yeah, they're switching things up a lot, actually, but they will get forced off. We've seen this from GMD time and time again, just pushing them off base and clearing out bathrooms, not only orb control, but Cloud9 also switching to 2 players on A rather than the 3 that they had before. And that kind of played into their favor because they had more people for the retake, especially with the Mitch res. Tenz, though, he hears them. He knows what's coming. 2 players out of bathroom. The call is made. He goes for it. Onto GMD. Shinobi as well will add the Hunter's Fury to make them at least take a little damage and think a bit more. Vice is still stuck behind this wall, and he hasn't really been able to contribute, but time was on his side last time. We'll see if he can do it again.
All 3 of those players are going to be the opposite side of that ice wall there. Vice got a ton of audio cues knowing that they're going to be on right in front of him at the front door. He tried to go and grab the information, but ended up getting caught tossing out his hat. Shock Dart doesn't land on any targets. Huynh has been so reliable with that off in this entire tournament. Relyks inside of Lamps, though. Still not out of this one quite yet. Mitch checking the corners. He's going to wall it off. He's going to wall it off and probably go for half. They have to go in there and try and stop him. Around the corner they go. He holds on to it. Relyks with 3 kills, keeping him in this game, and they manage to defuse it. Oh my goodness, Mitch, what a heads-up play with that wall, and he tried to get as much as he can out of it.
And that was perfectly placed to give the gap on the side that Relyks would come through to defend him. Full faith in his teammates. And they clean up another one, 2 in a row now after Gen.G had responded after the pistol round. Well done for Mitch and Relyks. And I love the adjustment that they've made. I was concerned about it at first when they left only 2 on A, but Vice and Tenz are doing enough. I love what Vice does too in U-Haul. They come up on the site, they do their execute, they get the smokes, but Vice does not get too aggressive. He lets them wall and just waits there just enough so that they have to pay attention to it, but also stays alive for his team. No Huynh will get a nice entry with the Hunter's Fury, and that's difficult because Relyks was trying to get control of long.
And Relyks also had Orbital Strike to slow off any attack that would have come through here. I like Shinobi's idea, but unfortunately, it was only an idea. Huynh is hitting all the shots necessary. GMD gets in there. It maybe is going to be Mitch's turn now. Spike's right in front. Spike's in front of him. Tenz is having his back. The Blaze wall. Smart play to go and get Blaze and then get that Spike out of there. Like a magic trick. Oh, GMD. GMD.
Beautiful stuff. Not
He
only
just left him there to pick up the scraps, and he did it.
A couple of things went right for GMD in that round. That Blaze Wall was obviously fantastic. Allowed him to get to the back site, which is where they were going to be able to pressure against both players in hookah. And then Mitch and Tenz really had to pay attention to both sides, get the crossfire down, and then as they grabbed the spike, got into the site, they tried to jump out. And GMD is there with a flash, perfectly timed and perfectly planned.
And also the Blaze too. The Blaze wall was it's utility for Phoenix that players do not factor in all that much. I can tell you the amount of times I see Phoenix is only using that Blaze wall to give them health back. But used in the right instances, just like that, it can be your best friend. Tenz with his judge on shower again, Bala. He loves this thing.
I've been seeing the Phoenixes be absolutely dominant with all their abilities recently. You think about Drone on TSM. At first, it was kind of just like, yeah, he was fragging. But this tournament specifically, maybe there's still a couple polishes that he needs to do on the strats. But so much innovation coming in from Phoenix players, GMD being one of those.
I heard that one. And he got caught right outside in player one. I mean, that's going to be easy for him each time. You only got some pistols against player one. I'll take that battle for player one any day of the week. And Huynh in the backfield keeps on hitting those shots. Now it's just left up to Mitch. MkaeL's got the angle. He was very weak though. Could have breathed on him and he would have died. Oh, nice shot there. This has actually become kind of doable. It's going to be the same thing as before. He brings out that orbital strike and gets out of dodge. Also being flanked around, so if he decides to bail out of this one, GMD will meet him with loving arms in the defender side. But it's Effys with the headshot, ends the round, gives Gen.G the lead again. What a close battle we've seen between these two teams thus far, Bala.
This is neck and neck in this first half. Trading blows left and right, but Gen.G finally take the lead off the backs of Huynh's amazing operator shots. The last two rounds, he's connected with at least 3 kills, and Huynh, there it is, 7 kills for him. So regardless, Gen.G's plan of approach on this map so far has been really, really nice. They've gone to A, they've switched things up, tested the waters at B, made it work, and then bring it back to A, and Cloud9 is honestly having to stay on their toes. Shinobi is now back towards A, joining Tenz and Vice again. But this time, because they pulled them over, they're going into hookah. They're starting to pressure this. They've already baited the wall out. They baited a smoke here, but they're going to stay and hold on. Relyks and Mitch in a crossfire in hookah. They still have mollies, I believe, but there's going to be a smoke at the front of hookah. Time to clear it.
Mitch at the corner there, but it's the rival Sage from Effys. Relyks needs to be careful. He's going to burn. And he'll get shot up by GMD. This is going to prompt that rotation to come through. Shinobi, teleporter, telegraph. You ain't going to live through that one. Not with every single member staring right at you. And now we have a rotation over to the A site. Oh, yeah, indeed, Mitch. Whoops.
Oh,
okay, Vice. Let's talk about this for a minute. This has actually become pretty winnable, but Vice has gotten a bit of the intel. If he gets one more kill here, it's going to be beneficial. And he gets it. Is Vice doing this by himself? He's actually going to the TP. No. He's going to the TP, and Tenz has a block. The time. Oh my word, Tenz! What a play! He is actually a magician. He predicted that. What? That was awesome. That was all Vice. That was all Vice.
They literally controlled all the ideas that Gen.G had in that round. Vice shuts down the rotate back B to A for Gen.G. They push through the teleporter, and for whatever reason, Tenz is still there. This guy might have a bug in Gen.G's ear or something. He hears the strats before they're even happening. That was fantastic stuff. And then tie it back up.
This is crazy. Like, in no world does that make any kind of sense, because I'm like, why isn't Tenz there with Vice right now?
They made that round work off of something that I think, okay, hold on, there's an aggressive approach now straight through. Hit the running back, Tenz is trying to hold on, playing in front of the smokes, he dashes back, none of them go down. Vice this time gonna play out of U-Haul, gets one, but not enough. As they've traded 3 players, it's now a 3 versus 2. Mitch in the back line with Relyks coming, 1 in heaven and 1 in the back hall. Still even a smoke for player 1. buy a little bit more time. There's a res available, but it has to get all the way across the site.
Yeah, and that will be very difficult given how many players are going to be in lamps. I don't think they could see him, though, if he does cross to get the res. But the moment that the res comes through, they're going to start pushing forward and spamming that. And they're
Save
just
for
debating
last.
on what they want to do. Just go ahead and save for this. It doesn't make much sense. But Balla, that round was nuts. That previous round was insane. I am still not over that.
I'm not either. And I want to think about what Gen.G's perspective was in that one. Like, they had them dead to rights in hookah. I mean, they cleared it out. All 5 players were there. And then they back off. Shinobi comes to the teleporter. You called it, right? You said there's no way you're getting anything done. Shinobi instantly got taken out. And they left it up to a 2 versus 5. They split up even on the defensive side, and Gen.G's still too scared on that approach. It doesn't matter, though, as they go back to what worked, tried and true, back on A, and bring themselves back in the lead and in the driving seat of this game, I guess, a little bit. Last round of the half. We'll see if Cloud9 can clap back on what they have for weapons. Shinobi with nothing.
What a matchup this has been so far. My feet did lag for a little bit there. I don't know if it's the same for you.
Yeah, my feet is lagging a little bit. I still have the backup, though.
Let's see
Effys start to work up. We got 3 1-1 defaults. And this is a completely different default that we've seen from Gen.G ever. They did work up long one time, but that was pretty quick on the approach. Now a little bit more cautious as this is the last round of the half, and such a meaningful one at that. Then with the operator, he did work magic out of this long beat. This time approaching hookah. Mitch is there, I believe, with an op of his own. Yes, this is going to be a duel that means so much.
And know that he's there, and as he actually backs out, GMD already took control of the site. Relyks inside of the can and unfortunately gets flushed. There's GMD out freely. He's got help from his teammate MkaeL there. Headshot. They're trying to go into this one 7-5. Spike is down now. 2 players left alive. They've done it before, 2v5. I mean, so anything possible at this point. But this is a much different scenario than it was previously. Tenz's real only opportunity is to just tailwind out of this potentially. Oh no, yeah, it just wasn't looking good there. And there's Gen.G. A successful attack for them, 7-5, but a close game across the board. Now we're going to switch things up, Balla. What does Cloud9 bring to the table?
I mean, an attacking side that's going to have to at least match Gen.G, which was very strong. They had the approach. They found the gaps on the A sites. They worked their magic time and time again. Starting off strong was Cloud9, but it wasn't enough to hold on to the constant pressure that was put on all this entire map by Gen.G.
Fun fact, by the way, I'm looking back at the stats, and a previous encounter on Bind and group play, they went into half 6-6.
Wow.
So
it was a close game on that one too, right?
Yeah, Gen.G has definitely stepped it up from before, but those are rounds that could have gone either way.
We didn't get a chance to watch that match, but it feels like, just for me, making a couple assumptions that Gen.G made some adjustments based on Cloud9, and Cloud9 did not do the same back to them. Maybe a little too confident, Gen.G.
I think they also
this aggressive approach in bathrooms.
They had a war against TSM they need to be ready for, too, keep in mind.
Yeah. Things are long gone now, though. We don't think about that matchup at all. Smoke's coming out. Player 1 will get Vice. And Huynh as well will work his way back out there. And they connect for 2. Now 3 players left on an open A site, but where is there to go when you're pinched between 5 players, 2 in bathrooms and 3 coming from the spawn?
And Huynh playing this angle. Nice and aggressive. He's actually going to get the kill with the shock arrow. Relyks, though, a right click out, jumping around the corner. Tenz has an angle with the Sheriff, is going to just back away from this one. Relyks is also there, too. That's going to be a slow and burn. Not enough to actually hurt him. At least for the moment there. Another push coming in. Now they're going to get the wall off. Tenz needs to come up clutch, but it's actually going to be around the flank. He can't do anything about it because he's got that pistol. He's shooting cotton candy. And that will be another round win for Gen.G.
I really liked that play there from Gen.G to start things off inside of bathrooms and then end up falling back. They got the pinch from all sides. He made the rotation, the decision to back all the way from bathrooms up short to catch him by surprise, but the wall was down and there's no chance of recovering in that.
All right, we'll
continue to look forward. I don't know if you're ready.
Yeah, no. This game. There's been great adjustments from Gen.G. Granted, only going to be the pistols at the start here. Anti-eco, more than likely going to go for Gen.G too. It's about extracting as much as you can out of your opponents here for Cloud9. Then you can ride this momentum. Smart smoke to, just not really give him some peace of mind here. Effys playing the off angle where they jump down. He'll have the Spectre too. If he had a Stinger, maybe he's good for like 1 or 2. Oh, I love that decision with the ice. Slow orb on the side. Tenz is going to fly off the site there. What a play. Love the wall too.
No charge.
They're going to get on this site. They have control. And Tenz, so long as Tenz is alive, he's a problem. GMD knew that, so he needed to stop it in its tracks. Effys gets the kill. Back elbow. Spike is down. Some more cash in the pocket for Cloud9. And, with the big boy guns here, right, or at least guns that are better than the pistols that Cloud9 will be working with, this was the best possible outcome for them, just to use as little as they can, get on the site, and get that spike down, get some cash.
Well done from Gen.G to recover a little bit from what looked like they might have a lot of space to work with. Tenz working a Sheriff Magic, but GMD will make quick work of that and respond with the 2-0 of their own after winning the pistol round on the defending side. The gap widens a little bit for Gen.G. A little bit more breathing room because this game was neck and neck. Finally, a lead of 4 rounds.
Right here.
Hey, Ball, you want to know something interesting about the last time Gen.G and Cloud9 played on this map last time? Right. Gen.G won the first 3 defensive rounds, too.
Oh. Maybe that's the reason why they were able to, it was only a 3-round gap in the last meeting on binds. So, things are definitely looking good for them moving forward after this repeat of the map binds. They seem to have the number of Cloud9, or at least they got the strat book somehow, because every play that they make, it's completely catered to what Cloud9 is doing.
They counter-hacked Tenz's comms. Maybe that's what happened. Tenz got in, and then they, watchdogs that whole thing, right? I don't know. That's the logic that I'm rolling with. Short A plant. Spike's going to go down quickly here. Smoke's in play too, just to block off Heaven, and Spike is down.
5v5 and it's down.
Yeah, actually, no picks at all. They just get onto site there. And the short A plant, that happens quite a bit. Vice lurking over in the distance by Showers. Player 1, though, responds. Orbital Strike gets the kill. GMD now going to go and run it back. He's got that Spectre inside of the smoke. And look at just the craziness of shots that are actually starting to go down inside of the smoke. They're going to stick this one, and they will successfully be able to defuse it.
Missed it.
Yeah, he did not land it in time, and that will be all, or I should say 4 members still alive here for Gen.G. 10-5 Balla, they're getting really close.
I don't even think if he hit that molly, it would have been enough to keep him off, because he would have got that half and then continued from there with the ball. But he did miss it too, which kind of seems to me that Cloud9 might have misplanted for his set molly, unfortunately. 5 round now, the gap, and things might be getting ever so close to this conclusion. A closer affair for us two so far, but they're getting too excited now. Cloud9, Tenz will have the marshal. He tries to fight against it. He does get the tag through the box on the Huynh, and maybe also buys some space. Huynh gonna rotate over towards Heaven. which brings down MkaeL into the site.
I never thought I would see in the battle between an op and a marshal, the marshal getting the better.
That second rate of fire.
Yeah,
being able to
true.
just quickly fire off the next time through the box. Something like you see in on Dust 2, you swing by the door, just shoot through the wall. That's Tenz at his finest. With the quick thinking, they've actually rotated everything off. A gamble for Gen.G, even on a gun round. It's only one all the way back on A, and MkaeL is here. No, the spike's still moving over towards A. And I think that might be where Cloud9 decides to settle. Although last time we saw the 5v5 retake work out in favor of Gen.G, so it might not matter after all.
Yeah, and he actually went back, MkaeL, for heals.
Yeah.
And then they're just going to keep this one there, allowing Brim to rotate to be the first point of contact to help out.
An
Wind
issue
up
with
in
this,
heaven.
though, is that they might quickly go for a double through the Showers TP. And player one's all the way back there. Relyks is all the way back there, though. He might be able to actually work this. Wall of smoke's down. Huynh will get Mitch. Shock darts coming in as well, and also a recon bolt most likely, and they make the full rotate in through CT spawn, so no teleport at all. This is doable for Cloud9.
Now, what was looking like a dicey situation is now a possibility for C9 and a desperate need for an attacking round win, but they don't have the guns to go up here against the might of Gen.G. Maybe Tenz with a Marshal can have some crazy shots. I've seen crazier things, but, you know, crazy ain't going to happen today, not when GMD is going to be involved. But Relyks orbital strike slowing things down. MkaeL, though, anxious inside of Showers. Vice gets the shot off, and another Hunter's Fury out. He's actually going for it. They're just tagging this one. He gets the kill. Oh, and he sticks it. But the defense does thrive in the end. 11-5 Gen.G. They used all of their ults to get the better of Gen.G in that round. It ended up not happening.
What an exciting game this has been. Bomb plant after spike plant after spike plant. Round after round. Cloud9 does what they could with that one. No weapons, only pistols. They have the ults and they tried to make it work, but a little too shy on holding the bathrooms, and they're going to be able to make the flank, and GMD gets the read even. He flanks all the way down shorts into bathrooms, even though it was a retake for him. And they recover the rounds. This is starting to look like a very difficult and insurmountable lead for Cloud9, as they have not found anything working here on this attacking side.
No, not at all. It's been a struggle for them. Every single attack they have gets thwarted instantly. Whether it would be Huynh on one end, or GMD coming around flanks, or just taking ambitious angles on flanks. Their Tenz has also, he's been entering and getting a kill, but then there hasn't really been another opportunity for them to trade either, like they have been before. Oh no. Oh, Vice. He thought he was safe. He thought he was safe, and he still went for it. Maybe the sound effect thought he was going to be backing away from the cyber cage once that went down, but not when. Not when he has an op.
Right here.
So confident. 3-4 now. Smokes are down.
Revealing area.
Huyhn's waiting to see if he gets a tag with this. Does see one there and has to imagine that there are going to be a few more. Also, MkaeL's there too to provide some support. Playing the angle. Hunter's Fury in play. Doesn't get a tag for it. But might actually, no, doesn't get that one either. MkaeL's ready for this. He's ready for this. They're gonna, oh, he was ready, but it didn't matter if he was ready. Huyhn's there to back him up. They got to get the spike down now, Bala. Wall's in play.
Planting, he's up on top of the wall. This could be a massive pick for him. Doesn't have the angle on heaven, so he's kind of safe. But player one doesn't care. He swings that anyway. And Mitch will fall. Shinobi left in a 1 versus 3. He starts off strong against Huynh, who had the operator. But now he has to work his way against two players coming in from the truck side, and player one will swing with a headshot on Shinobi's face. And GMD again, he'll get the defuse for Gen.G.
Debated.
Waiting for the gun. They're trying to get the operator of Huynh earlier.
Yeah.
From what looked like a very close game on this first half, Gen.G has taken complete control on this defensive side. Not a single
like a different
round
game.
won. Yeah, it really is. It's starting to look like what we saw in Haven for Gen.G versus Sentinels. And they're running away with it in fantastic form. Every single thing that Cloud9 is doing, they're reading. That play from who was it on the site for A with the Sova, just dominating, not just Fury, keeping the back, the time running so low. Huynh was trying to find anything he could, just with a little tag of the recon bolt or possibly the owl drone to get the shot through the smoke, but all he did was delay them, which was important.
Oh, aggro. They're going aggro on B long here. I think Mitch is prepared for it. He's prepared for it. Oh, man. We go ahead and take those guns. Thank you very much. A couple upgrades for the team. They went hard on B long. I did not expect that at all. Now, but hey, right? You're still going to be a match point. You got a lot of cash to work with. Even with this round win, the stats don't lie. Getting these kinds of comebacks at this point, it will be impossible.
Got the B set again. Last time this happened, Gen.G was able to retake it pretty easily, but MkaeL left in a impossible position with Huynh. They'll back off, save the guns, let Cloud9 survive a little bit longer. Nice play from them. Good read on the aggressive play. Tenz through hookah and mid, and then the other two waiting. Mitch, the patience to hang back and peek at the same time with Tenz to clear that angle, and the timing worked out perfectly. That's just how it is in Valorant sometimes. So Gen.G, the first gamble that they take in this game, desperate for some reason, but it was just a nice little mix-up that they tried to throw in to lock the game down.
They were desperate for some flash, Paula.
Yeah, you know,
that's what it is. That's what we're gonna go for.
It was a feisty series last time for Gen.G against Sen. Like after Sentinels won game 2, they were all around teabagging left and right, shooting their guns up in the sky. Gen.G responded in kind on the third map.
Yeah, there was no respect.
This time maybe they're carrying that through, trying to really say Cloud9, no, you have no say in this grand finals. You might have taken TSM out, but thanks for doing nothing, because we would have done the exact same thing if it came down to the grand finals.
Hey, thanks for nothing, noob.
We wanted to get the reputation and stop the unstoppable force that the community has been making about TSM, or I shouldn't say just community, because we're a little guilty of that too.
Us? Not at all. I'm not guilty of anything.
Pushes up the glasses.
Not me there, Bob, of course. Obviously.
All right, well, still match point for Gen.G. Last time these two teams met in bind, we talked about it previously. Gen.G did win, and it was in a best of one in group play, which comes with its own unique challenges. But BO1 format is going to be a little unreliable. Here comes the attack now. Very desperate for Cloud9. Brimstone's out, and he's actually going to get MkaeL on the default. He was there waiting, and he saw the tag from the Sova, and it gave him all the information that he needed. Spike's going to be down. Relyks, though, trying to pick up the pieces here, bring this match back up. Did they get the spike again? Tenz did get possession of it, and he's going to be by U-Haul. So the spike is now down. Effys picks up Huynh to bring him back into the combat here, bring him back into the action. GMD in lamps, looking for anyone that's going to be camping around here. And Vice, he's been so good this entire game, but maybe not this time. Tenz at default. He's going to be stuck between a rock and a hard place. Only two players left alive. Relyks in the back. Relyks with 2. Relyks with 3. Shinobi's down, though. It's now just left up here. The fate of Cloud9 in game 1 comes down to the orbital strike. He's going to pop the orbital strike. He has no chance but to go to the side, and Relyks clutches it. Gets 4 kills, keeps them going in this series. Oh my word, but still match point for Gen.G.
It's another chance for Cloud9, a possibility, a glimmer of hope as they stop Gen.G in their tracks 2 rounds in a row, finally for Cloud9 on this attacking side, and they found something working right here. They've been given the site. They've been given the site multiple times, but this time they hold strong in the post-plant situation. Last time that was on B side, and all of a sudden we have some excitement in this second half.
Boy, we definitely needed it, and Cloud9 needed it. This team benefits from that kind of high-octane, adrenaline-pumping action that you would see in these games, and they always bring that.
That's what they're based off of, right? Tenz and friends, they frag based on their momentum. They move with that and play so well if they're all feeling good. And this is kind of what this game is about in a lot of sense. It's about the mentality, chemistry, and comms together have to be strong and consistent.
Did get some intel from Shower. Phoenix will be there, and perhaps that call has been made, right? I actually quite like this play. Now they're just going to swap sides. Before, you know, the Sova was over by Showers, just gathering intel, seeing where people were going to be. He's going to be playing that lurker flank. Shinobi just looking to help out. The smokes are down now. GMD's ready for this one. A stop slow orb for MkaeL.
And a molly. The wall too. A lot of delay. There's only 20 seconds and GMD's playing in front of the smoke. Tenz jumps over though, and all of a sudden they've gotten through it and they get both. Yes, they got the sight. Quinn's still close though, and he's gonna try to go for it with 13 seconds, try to stop the plant, but no, they've got it again, and Cloud9 have roared their way back into the second half with 3 rounds in a row.
And it was 2 instances there because GMD was in a prime position to end that push. They had Cyber Cage out. They heard all of the movement inside of the cage, but it was the camera from Vice shot instantly by GMD, and then Bladestorm popped right away. He went for that so quickly, Tenz, and then Vice was there to have his back. Even though he didn't get the kill, he still put GMD in a worse spot than he was previously, 50 HP. All you need to do is throw a couple bullets his way.
They're hunting for the weapons, but they're not going to find them. So we move on to another round. And another thing now for Gen.G to kind of respond into this. They had money in this round where I didn't necessarily expect them, but saving 2 weapons now. We'll see if they can actually buy. We don't have the scoreboard because of the bug, unfortunately, so we only get to see 2 players. And I think Effys is at the top too, so it'll just tell us that we had the save no matter what.
Take our word for it. Right? Maybe? I don't know. Lots of new updates coming in. We got the X-rays now, which is nice. Before it was just dots. I was squinting a lot, couldn't really see, even though I'm wearing glasses. But with each new update comes a few new technical hitches that happen to be present in all of these updates, though. But we got the Elder Flame, so I'm okay with that.
Low defaults for Cloud9. Remember the last time they pulled pretty much everybody towards B, except for GMD and MkaeL, who played the U-Haul last time. GMD this time over towards Hookah, so they switch things up. Nobody playing the close dirt. They even get a lot of control out. They don't want to peek this heaven though. There it is finally. Takes out the camera. Takes out the information. And it's still holding strong for Gen.G in the site though, and that's where they might be ending up going over towards B.
The more that this goes on, the more anxious I get for Cloud9. They've managed to claw their way back at the worst possible time.
Careful now.
Shinobi bringing out the wall. Getting some intel, but player 1, a very common angle by elbow. 2 kills down. They're now going to divert all their attention over to the site. 1 player's going to be there to meet them. It's going to be Huynh. Huynh with 2! Oh my! Huynh, he limed that shot up. He'll go ahead and just drone it out. You only got a little bit left to work with. And if you want to end this match with a statement has been made. Gen.G, get game 1.
What a match from start to finish. I'm glad that Cloud9 showed some signs of life in that second half, but a tall task it was, and they won't be able to make it work. Off the hands of Huyhn's double kill op shots. I don't know how many times we've seen that now, GB, where the game ends off of something collateral, but a good effort all around from both sides, I'd say. But Effys was, to me, the guy who came out swinging here for Gen.G.